Hello Year 3 and welcome to Lesson 3 of Geography Week, and we are comparing Sherwood with the Amazon Rainforest. Woo! Okay, our learning objectives will be to identify the features of a rainforest and to compare and contrast physical features of forests in different locations. Okay, what you need to do first is pause the video, put the date into your books, underline it, and then the LO, which is to identify the features of a rainforest. Full stop, underline, pencil, ruler, pause. Okay, are you ready? Let's move on with the lesson once you've done that. Okay, vocabulary. Here are the words that we will need to know today. So, the word climate. That means what the weather is like, or the average weather conditions every day over a long period of time. Deforestation, so that's the cutting down and clearing of forests with trees, okay? Equator, now you've heard of the equator, I believe. So that's an imaginary circle running around the centre of the earth, and that's where everything's at its hottest, near the equator. Humid, and if something's humid, it actually feels very damp due to water vapour in the air, okay? Native tribes, the original settlers of an area. So if a tribe is native to an area, then they're the people who started living there at the beginning, okay? Species. So a species is a group of similar animals or plants. We as species are humans. Weather. The specific condition on a given day. So the weather today, as I'm making this video now, well, it's sunny, but it's also cold and the snow hasn't melted quite yet. Okay, let's have a look at what we're doing with these words today. So we're going to recap. First of all, Sherwood Forest. What are the types of forest? Which one do we find in Sherwood Forest? Well, what do you think? Is it temperate deciduous, temperate coniferous, boreal, or tropical rainforest? Well, it's not that one, because the recap of Sherwood Forest is that it was a temperate deciduous forest. But I've moved on, and today we're looking at the Amazon rainforest, which isn't this at all. It is in fact a tropical rainforest. There we are. And that's very different to what we can find over here in England. So let's have a look at tropical rainforests. The Amazon rainforest is the largest one, and this is where it is. It's in South America, long way away, and it's right near to the equator. Okay, most of it is in Brazil, but it also goes into Guyana, Suriname, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, loads of countries across South America. So you can imagine how big that is. And look, there's South America and the area of the map that it covers. This is the world, the earth here, the world map. And here is the dark green bit here is the area that the Amazon rainforest covers. Okay, so that means that it's 5.5 million square kilometres of rainforest. Now, if you think about that, 5.5 million. Compare that to Sherwood Forest, which is 4.3 square kilometres. Massive difference there. Okay, but the Amazon used to be even bigger than that. It used to cover a much larger area than even that, and it was densely populated with life. Okay, it's home to about 2.5 million insects, tens of thousands of plant species, and over 2,000 species of birds and mammals. And that's 2.5 million insect species, not just 2.5 million insects. There's far more than that. It's crazy. Okay, so based on what we've just talked about and what we saw on the last couple of slides, can you answer these questions? Pause the video now and then have a go at these, and then we'll check our answers in a moment. And we'll check our answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's have a look. 9 countries the Amazon rainforest covers, and those are the names. It's of course in South America, And those are the amounts of species of insects, plants and mammals. Wow. Okay, just check those, change anything you need to. Let's move on in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's have a look at this video and we'll see a bit more about the Amazon rainforest.
Shrouded in a blanket of clouds, they awaken. Their canopies of green glitter in the sun. Their wildlife start to slither, chirp, and growl. And one of the planet's richest ecosystems comes to life. Rainforests are the oldest living ecosystems on the planet. Some can trace their origins to over 70 million years ago, back to a time when dinosaurs still roamed the Earth. While the giant reptiles have disappeared, rainforests continue to thrive, growing on every continent except Antarctica. 2 types of rainforests are scattered across the globe: temperate and tropical. Temperate rainforests are mainly found in the mid-latitudes, often near cooler, coastal, mountainous regions. Tropical rainforests are primarily located in warmer climates, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. As their names imply, temperate and tropical rainforests are the wettest forests on Earth, receiving up to about 33 feet of rain per year. This precipitation plays a critical role in creating an exceptionally lush and biologically diverse habitat. While rainforests only make up about 6% of the Earth's surface area, they are home to over half of the world's plant and animal species. This biodiversity creates benefits that extend far beyond the rainforest boundaries. Rainforest plants produce an assortment of food items, in addition to ingredients useful in everyday products and medicines. In fact, an estimated 70% of the plants used in cancer treatments are only found in rainforests. On an even larger scale, rainforests help to stabilize the planet's climate. Its lush green vegetation regulates global temperatures by absorbing massive amounts of radiation from the sun. They also absorb vast amounts of carbon dioxide and convert them into oxygen, about 40% of the planet's breathable air. Over the past few centuries, rainforests have disappeared at an alarming rate. Factors such as economic inequalities, human development, and demand for natural resources have fueled the deforestation of these rich ecosystems. At the current rate, rainforests, which have survived for over 70 million years, may completely disappear within the next century. But through educational campaigns...
That's very worrying, isn't it? Because obviously rainforests are very important for us. Okay, so where is it? We've already said all of these bits here. And how old is it? I don't think we've said that yet. It's at least 55 million years old. And of the land that the rainforest covers, the Amazon, it's 60% of it is in Brazil as well. Okay. And also, you might have heard of the Amazon River, which runs through the forest as well, making it one of the most amazing natural forests in the world. Okay, let's have a look. Why is it important then? It's because of the things that live there. And we heard this in the video as well. Look, it has properties and physical features that actually help us survive as humans. It absorbs the radiation from the sun so that our climate is more steady. And we keep cutting away the trees for our own gain, and it needs to be protected, really. So, who lives there? Well, 500 years ago, there were between 6 and 9 million native tribes, people, in the Amazon. But today, there are only 250,000 left. So look how much that's fallen. That's fallen by about 36 times the amount it was. Okay, And there are approximately 170 different languages spoken over that area as well. That's crazy. Okay, have a look at that and then we'll move on. Let's have a look at the climate too. So there's an average rainfall of 6 centimetres each month, and it usually rains every day in a rainforest, of course. But yeah, of course, it's going to be a lot hotter there as well because it's right near the equator in the centre of the Earth as well. Rainforests in general can also be found, other rainforests, in other parts of the world like Asia and Australia, because they are in between these things that we call tropics. The Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. And the closer they are to the equator, usually the hotter it is, and that's where you'll find these rainforests, these tropical rainforests. So let's think, is this any different to Sherwood? And what type of forest was Sherwood again? Well, yeah, it was a temperate deciduous forest, wasn't it? And this is a tropical rainforest. So what I want you to do is pause the video, and like yesterday with Sherwood, we have to fill in the gaps about location, age, size. We've now got that for the Amazon rainforest. So pause the video now, and then put in the correct answer in each section, and then copy it down into your book. Okay. We'll move on and have a look at the answers in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Just check those. Pause the video now and check your answers. Move on in 3, 2, 1. Here are the different parts of a rainforest. There are 4 different layers there. Have a look at that. Pause the video. Think, what is a canopy layer? What is a canopy layer? Good reading. Yeah, that's right. The trees form a roof over the plants below. So it means that down below it might take a while for the rain to actually fall to the bottom of the rainforest because there's such thick trees and thick layers forming a roof above. And it's, if you might look up, it must be very dark in some parts of the rainforest because they've got so many trees that they actually block the light coming through some stages. And that's where it's quite dangerous because you have all these different animals hunting for their prey. So, just describe in a sentence then, what is the canopy layer in a rainforest? Pause the video now to do that, and then we'll move on afterwards. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, next we're going to talk about deforestation, and we saw a bit of that in the video too, with trees being cut down. So what do you think about it then, looking at the positive impacts and the negative impacts here? Is it a good thing? I'll let you write it down. So I think deforestation, and then write what you think. Pause the video now to do that. We'll continue in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is our main challenge to do with the Amazon rainforest. So we're going to choose the Amazon rainforest facts, and then we're going to use them to write sentences. So which ones of these are about Sherwood Forest and which ones are about the Amazon rainforest? Pause the video, have a look and see if you can sort them in to Sherwood or Amazon. Okay, let's have a look. Right, now using the Amazon rainforest facts, we have our sentences here. Okay, they're all made for us. And not all of these are Amazon, some of them are still Sherwood, but you'll have your Amazon ones by now. And we're going to create a poster explaining why the rainforest is so important and why we need to save it. If Robin Hood was there, then surely he would try and do something. So it's your turn to be the Robin Hood, today's Robin Hood, and save the rainforest from the people who are trying to cut it down. Okay, look at this as well. Over 8,000 square miles of the Amazon rainforest was lost last year alone. That's crazy. Okay, habitats were destroyed, trees ripped down and areas burned, and it impacts wildlife, tribes, and the climate across a... Wow, okay, those are things that you can include in your poster too. Okay, what have we learned today? Well, the Amazon, is it similar to Sherwood in any way? What are the differences? Have a think. And finally, do you think it would be more or less dangerous living in the Amazon to how it was living, what it's like living in Sherwood Forest when Robin Hood was alive. If you can, write a little sentence about that. But of course, our main task for the day was this one. So we're going to create a poster trying to save the Amazon rainforest. If you have time, then this is our summary here, if you want to write a couple of sentences. Okay, that's all the work for today, everybody, for geography. Join me for more tomorrow.